ultimate fanfare.
What's going on, world? Welcome to this episode of the Playaction Podcast. We got Brandon here. We got my dog Colin. What's up, bro?
Man, it's a good day. Football. Unfortunately, we don't have any games, but hey, I think we're going to start a new segment. The segment's going to be every week leading up to the draft. We're going to talk about a couple divisions or two. The teams, who they gained, who they lost. Today, a lot of stuff happened. We can't talk about all these teams, but a lot of stuff happened today. It's kind of crazy, but we'll talk about some of them here. And I want, of course, to start with the NFC because but I'm going to start with the AFC East and I think the AFC North. Anyway, starting the AFC East, one of our favorite teams, the Buffalo Bills, because we love Josh Allen, right? We'll talk about him. They traded for the Bears wide receiver, DJ Moore, and they got a second-round pick, and I think they got a fifth-round pick back. I think that's a good idea. I mean, Josh Allen needs a bona fide number one, and DJ Moore can be that guy. He's a big guy, 6'3", 210, great hands, has been the number one before, multiple 1,000-yard seasons. I think it's good for Josh Allen.
I definitely think it's good for Josh Allen, because he need a big target. Just like Cam, back in the day, some of their balls, the taller quarterbacks, their balls kind of like sail high a little time at times. So they need kind of like taller receivers to go up there and get it. It's just the trajectory of their passes, geometry. But DJ Moore, yeah, it's kind of a good thing for him to get out of Chicago because he get him some exposure. Because he's going to get the stage that he, his talent deserves. Because we talked about it off camera. I didn't necessarily know who he played for previous to this. I was like, I knew who of him, but I was like, who did he play for again? But hey, bro, he gonna get the spotlight on him in Buffalo because, bro, the Bill Mafia, they do not play. And Keon Coleman caught the wrath of the Bills Mafia last year. Yeah. So the wide receiver position, it's a real dicey situation out there. So we gonna see. DJ Moore, he about to step up. Because if he don't, he got a couple of drops, it ain't gonna look. I mean, but I got faith in him. He gonna step up. Cause like you say, multiple 1,000-yard seasons. So we gonna see.
And I think that he is a pro's pro. He's a true professional, and I think he's gonna be able to help out young Keon Coleman. Help him become a pro. Help him be the professional that DJ is, because Keon's got all the talent. He's similar in stature to DJ Moore. Big, fast, strong hands. Understands the game. Understands soft spots and coverage. So I think DJ's going to help him become a professional, and I think he's going to actually become a very, very good player for, if not the Bills, someone else. On to the Miami Dolphins, down near where you're kind of from there. They made some interesting moves. I'm going to talk about who they released Tua, which wasn't a big surprise, but it was to me because it's a $99 million dead cap hit. They separated 2 years, so it's, about $44 million roughly, a year, but that's dead money. That is cap space you can never get back. Released Tyreek Hill, not surprisingly released Cheetah. So you lost your quarterback, you lost your best wide receiver you had in years. You signed Malik Willis, 3 years, $67 million, kind of like the Justin Fields contract. It was 2 for $40, but it's kind of the same thing because they can always get rid of that last year. What are the Dolphins doing? Why are you signing Malik Willis? Go draft somebody or something. Man, my bad. Go ahead. Tell me.
I feel you, bro. We don't know who the head coach is in Miami right now. If I'm not mistaken, they're still searching. The GM is just making moves because Malik Willis, that's not a needle-moving signing. Nobody I know back home is excited about this signing, but I mean, I know it's a couple people kind of happy that Tua's out of there. I know a couple fans down there, but I mean, I've heard some rumors that he might be coming up here to Atlanta, but we're going to see about that. You know what I'm saying? But we going to see. But hey, I wish Tua all the best. If you got advice from me, bro, hey, you don't got nothing else to prove, bro. We don't want to see you punch drunk You done took some bad concussions, and I'm a fan. We seen what you did at Alabama. You was a baller, okay? And you had some great seasons in NFL, but like you just do not know how to slide with your feet first, bro. You stop putting your head into it, and please just, hey, bro. I know you can be a productive quarterback, but the last couple outings we saw, you was kind of lackadaisical with ball security. You got your coach got fired, bro. The coach got fired for a reason. So, and he was all in with you. So, hey, Tua, wish you the best. But as far as this signing with the Dolphins, I don't know what direction the Dolphins are going in, bro. This is they're like lost at sea right now. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like they're just gonna become like the Jets for a little while. They're just kind of trying to find a quarterback, not really know how to build around them. In this case, I thought they built around Tua great, but Tua just couldn't reciprocate with health. But releasing Tyreek Hill was a necessity. Who knows if he's come back the same? I mean, he's got nerve damage, all 3 ligaments. It's a nasty, nasty injury for a guy that relies on short area quickness. I do hope he comes back, and it would be great to see him productive somewhat in the NFL because he does have great hands. I mean, he's known for speed, but he has great hands. He runs great routes. And, I'd still say 80% cheetah, still probably, top 25 receiver.
And I want to just throw my little 2 cents in there. I'm calling it right now. I'm thinking it's going to be a reunion with the Chiefs. I think Cheetah going to head back home and go play with Patrick Mahomes again. That's just, they going to take him for like league minimum, veteran minimum. And he going to get back there and get back to Cheetah ways. Like you said, if he's 80% Cheetah, that's still better than 95% of the NFL. I mean, because bro, his speed is a different level speed. I remember Kelsey talking about playing with Cheetah, and he would just feel the wind go past him when he run past him. It's a different type of speed. So I'm happy to see him get back out there and try to rehab and get back healthy again because that was a gruesome injury.
Yeah, real bad. And also, he's not young. I think he's 32. So
yeah,
that's going to be all those little things are going to affect. But I tell you this much, he's going to have one really good leg though. Okay, he's going to have one really, really good leg. The other leg, hopefully, they can figure out a way to work together in tandem. Speaking of working together, I'm trying to figure what are the Patriots doing. They released Stefon Diggs, who had a very, very good year. One of those top years in terms of catch percentages from his quarterback. I think he was second or third in the league. So he had great communication with Drake May. They traded away their starting center, Garrett Bradbury, to the Bears in exchange for a 5th-round pick. Don't know what they're doing right there. They did sign the Ravens defensive end, Dre'Mont Jones, for 3 years, $39 million. And, of course, re-signed Tommy DeVito. That was a key component to make sure Drake May was going to be successful or not. None of these moves, to me, helps out Drake May. It tells me you made it to the Super Bowl, but maybe you don't believe that you're going to make it back there. What are they doing? Or are you expecting better moves?
I mean, I believe they're going to go draft some wide receivers in this upcoming draft. Maybe an offensive lineman, because we know how the offensive line did in the Super Bowl. I mean, but they had to get rid of Stefon Diggs, bro. He had too many off the field issues, bro. He got too much stuff going on, bro. Like he got multiple legal situations, and a new one popped up Super Bowl week. So that wasn't. You got to look at it as it worth the distraction. And you know how the Patriots is, especially with Robert Kraft and his recent history of law enforcement trouble. He don't want any extra eyes on his organization right now, because he doesn't need. I mean, granted, he has some good times with Cardi in the press box. I see them up there, sitting side by side, having a good conversation and hanging out. But hey, bro, Stefon Diggs, it might not necessarily be a good situation for you, bro. And I don't know. I mean, he was productive last year, but he wasn't Stefon Diggs productive. He wasn't a true number one like we see them in the past. I mean, he was productive, but like we've known him for the deep balls and different things like that. But we didn't really see too much of that last year.
Yeah, I think part of that is he's with a rookie quarterback who's going to be in a run first situation. Has he lost a step? I don't know if I can say definitively so he lost a step or anything like that, but he's going to sign on with somewhere. He might have signed with someone today. So many people signed, and I imagine he's probably going to get anywhere between $15 to $21 million a year for a couple of years, I would think, because he's got sure hands. He runs good routes. He doesn't run like Cheetah. Cheetah wins with athleticism, and Stefon wins with precision. And so yeah, I think he's still going to be useful somewhere. But I'm hoping that the Patriots don't build around Drake May, but they will, of course.
Yeah.
But they need a true number one receiver. You need a center now. Okay. What are you guys going to be doing? You're not protecting them. You're not providing, and that's not the Patriot way. So we expect something to happen. But across from the Patriots, their mortal enemy, who's never threatened them in a while, is the New York Jets. And I am happy to say they actually traded for a defensive player finally. They get Minkah Fitzpatrick from the Dolphins in exchange for a 7th round pick, only because Minkah, when he came out of Alabama, he just came on gangbusters. He was a great player. He's kind of fallen off the past few years, so being worth only a 7th is quite telling. But maybe he can make up for the loss of Sauce Gardner. Not. They signed Joseph Asai, 3 years, $36 million, defensive end from the Bengals. And they tagged Breece Hall on the non-exclusive franchise tag. So that means someone can come and offer him money. Jets can't match. They lose him for nothing. But they save some money on the cap instead of using the exclusive rights. I think the Jets have a ton of draft picks. They got a ton of cap space. They're going to be very, very active. And if they can build the way the Los Angeles Rams do, where they just buy all your players, F these draft picks, and just start assembling a super team with all of your cap space and using your draft capital, I would love to see the Jets do a worst to first and knock the Patriots off their little perch. I really, really, even though I'm a Giants fan, I would love to see the Jets do that. It would really, really make my day.
I'm sure he would, but I don't think the odds are with you. I don't think the odds are with you. That organization has shown me time and time again they do not know how to like organize, assemble a winning football team. That is not something that the Jets do. And
No.
in my lifetime, I mean, Mark Sanchez went to the AFC Championship a couple times.
Yeah.
That's the best I've ever seen him do in my lifetime. I mean,
Oh. Chad Pennington had a good year or two in there.
what, Curtis Martin? Yeah, I remember those days. Yeah. That's the only good running back I know from the Giants. I mean, not Giants, but the Jets. Yeah. So no, I don't.
Back to it.
I don't see anything going on with the Jets. It kind of like trading for Minkah Fitzpatrick. You're trying to get your secondary better when you just traded away the best secondary, the best corner in the league last year, mid-season.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Top 5 defensive tackle.
Yeah. This is an organization. Why I told you off camera. It's certain organizations in NFL. I don't even know if they're like trying to win. This is I don't know. I mean, I would hate to be a fan of said team because I've seen some sad Jets fans on the internet and people that just born into it, unfortunately, and yeah. So that's all the positive things I could think to say about the Jets. I got a lot more negative things, but I'm not trying to go too hard on the Jets because I know there's some people out there that they can't help it. They was just born into it.
It's true. Right now, it looks like gangrene has gangrene. But to make things a little happier, we're going to talk about your team there because we're going to switch over from to the AFC North, starting off with the Baltimore Ravens. And one of the most exciting things, they traded for Raiders edge Maxx Crosby for 2 firsts this year and next year's first-round pick, which are always going to be low picks. What do you think about that trade for Maxx Crosby?
Oh yeah, it's good. It's definitely an awesome trade. I'm excited about this. This is kind of fits Maxx Crosby's vibe. Going from the Raiders to the Ravens. He fit in right in with the boys. You know what I'm saying? He just gonna have to curb some of those post game activities, because certain activities he like to partake in at post game, they're not legal in the Baltimore area. So I don't know. He gotta change out his post game habits. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Maxx Crosby. A big fan of Maxx Crosby being with my boys. He fits right in with the team. Hopefully, we definitely needed an upgrade on the defensive line. So we gonna see. We got a new year. We got a healthy Lamar. I'm excited. Like I said, we talked about it on camera. I know y'all got him. I don't know how Likely got away. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that happened, because I don't even know if Andrews is coming back next season. Okay, so I don't know. Like Andrews is up there with Kelsey. He's long in the tooth. Okay, so it's like, bro, I don't know. Yeah, it's some real questionable things, because like our punter left too. Like you just said, to the Giants again. You guys are sniping. You guys are sniping this
league, man. Best punter in the league. Yeah. You can't let him go.
Yeah, bro. That's what happens when your coach goes to another team. Start sniping his players.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of curious, because you want to build around Lamar, right? And letting go of his, it seemed almost like his favorite weapon was Likely down the stretch.
Yeah.
It seemed like they really had a good connection going on there. Likely is one of the more athletic tight ends, and him and Lamar seemed to have a good rapport. And then the punter, who honestly I had no idea what his name was till I saw it, Jordan Stout. Good job. However, statistically he was the best punter in the league last year. Why would you let go of that type of weapon unless you have someone you really must believe in?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, they might have somebody, on the practice squad, say a punter is a punter, and you might have somebody back there that could do, we never know. But
That's true.
I'm not, really all the way mad, because it gives my boy Dart another target, with Likely. So I'm not really too upset, because I'm still going to get a chance to root for Likely anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it works out.
Yeah, true that. And I gotta say, and big ups to the Ravens getting an edge like Maxx Crosby. He's the best edge end y'all had since T. Sizzle, Terrell Suggs.
Oh yeah. Did you see that viral clip of what's the wide receiver, number one wide receiver for the Bengals? I can't think of his name right now. Ja'Marr Chase calling Burrows. He said, "Yeah, Burrows just called me," and he said, "Yeah, I just called him. Like, yeah, the Ravens got Crosby." It was what the hell? What is going on? And it was like they showed Burrows, and it was like Burrows got to see Crosby twice a year, J.J. Watt twice a year. T.J. Watt twice a year, and it's like, bro, Myles Garrett twice a year. And it's like, bro, what is going on, bro? Why? And it's like, Joe, we not gonna be mad at you if you want to get out of the Bengals, bro. It's one of them situations. The Bengals, I'm going to say it right now. I've been kind of hesitant. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant, but it is just off because I know they're the next tech team we're going to talk about.
They are, yeah.
But the Bengals have historically wasted great quarterbacks' careers. Historically. Like, they have been blessed to have 3 back-to-back, you know what I'm saying, franchise quarterbacks, and have never put a good defense around them. I don't know.
Yeah, in this case, and with Joe Burrow, or an offensive line.
Yeah.
And the best player on all these opposing teams is the guy coming to get you. Okay, with the exception of maybe Maxx Crosby, maybe Lamar Jackson, the better player, but the second best player is Maxx Crosby on the
Yeah.
Ravens. His job is to come beat up that poor Bengal line. I mean, we know Myles Garrett is the best player on the Browns, okay, and T.J. Watt is the best player on the Steelers.
Hey,
So,
and I will be real with you. I'm kind of not really happy about this move, say on the back end, because you just brought it to my attention as well. Cause that means my boy, Shador gonna have to face Crosby twice a year. But luckily, Myles Garrett's on his team, so you don't have to worry about Myles Garrett. You know what I'm saying? So, but he still got to go through T.J. Watt, but still. But Crosby,
not Henderson.
Yeah,
He's gone now.
Yeah. So once again, he's going because the Bengals don't know how to keep defensive players or build defense. So, yeah.
They tried though. They signed the Seahawks edge, Boye Mafe. He's pretty good in terms of his first step. Needs more consistency, and then they signed Kansas City safety Brian Cook, who was a good player too. So they're trying to add a couple of things here and there, but they're not even band-aids. They're like cotton balls on big gashes, and they've got so many holes to fill. I mean, with the exception of your offensive skill players, you're okay there, but your offensive line, defensive line, linebacking group, back end, they all need a lot of work, and I don't think they have enough draft picks or enough draft space, draft capital to afford all of it. So we're gonna see. Maybe Joe Cool does ask out of Cincinnati. I think that would be pretty freaking awesome, especially if he stayed in the AFC, would be fantastic. But there's a few teams. We'll talk about another time.
Hey, he goes to the Dolphins. I'd be cool with that.
Maybe, yeah, maybe one. We'll see. Hey, let's switch teams. Let's go to Cleveland. Your guys there just talked about Shador, right? They traded for the Texans right tackle Titus Howard. Okay, now Titus, we wasn't like great last year, right? But he has had some very, very good Pro Bowl years recently in his career, so I think Titus Howard can turn around, and they need a right tackle. They also signed guard Zion Johnson from the Chargers. I think that's another good, solid pick. He's not guaranteed to start there at the right guard spot. He's going to compete. But
it's a good
move.
Yeah, it's a good move. Yeah,
I think
of course.
That, hey, we want to protect the quarterback. We want to run the ball. But I think they're building properly. But I do want to see some bigger names on there. I mean, there's not a whole lot of big names out there, but you can still make some trades. Cleveland, if you really want to do something, you got to build, inside out. And right now, it looks like that's what they're trying to do. I don't know what the Steelers are doing, because it hinges around Aaron Rodgers. And are they going to wait for Aaron Rodgers? Are they going to wait for A-Rod Gate again? But they traded for Michael Pittman, who I like. Michael Pittman. They traded for him from Indianapolis. Big wide receiver. He's like 6'3", 6'4", 220. He's about the same size as DK Metcalf. So they're going to have a huge wide receiver tandem. And Michael Pittman, he can run. He's big, fast, strong. Okay, they signed quarterback Jamel Dean, 3 years, $36 million. That's a lot of money for him. But he played, he balled out last year. And they'll sign, it's not a big name, but as a Giants fan, I know the Eagles. They signed Asante Samuel Jr. Big shout out to Asante Samuel Jr. It's kind of cool. Your dad gave us fits.
Yeah.
So it was good to see the lineage still in the league. But the Steelers, what are you guys doing? Getting another receiver for who? You guys need a quarterback, because the guy you're waiting for is 470 years old, and he's not sure if he wants to play football.
I mean, they went out and signed his former coach. So I guess they figure that he's a shoo-in to come play back for them. That's what I feel like they're hoping that what's going to happen. But with Aaron Rodgers, you never know. He could, be in South America right now on some God knows what, doing God knows what, and just decide, you know what, I'm staying down here the rest of my life. And he would do that. You just never know with Aaron Rodgers. So it's the Steelers. They're kind of in a situation where their whole organization is in flux because new coach, their fourth new coach in franchise history. So the stability is stability's going. So we're gonna see how this goes. Pittman, yeah, this is a good. DK, he didn't have the best season last year, but you know, in the league how this league set up now, you got to have that power to set as wide receivers. We talked about with the Eagles, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, the former Steeler over there with Dallas, with those two, CeeDee Lamb and Pickens. You need two, dominant wide receivers, but this is a good, like I said, a good pickup. But I just don't, like you said, we just don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. And this is arguably one of the weakest draft class of quarterbacks we've had in a long time. So there's not really too many people coming in to save the day in the draft. So, I mean, I guess you can hope for Aaron Rodgers to come back. I mean, I think I seen Cam Newton said recently, he was like, Arch messed up this draft. Arch was supposed to be the biggest name in the draft, but he didn't have a good season. So, this is Mendoza, and then it's a big fall off because I don't know who the next best quarterback is definitively.
I can tell you who the next quarterback off the board will be, but will he be the best quarterback?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I doubt it. Ty Simpson. But yeah, you know what I wonder though, what you were saying before, if let's say Arch did have a good year, right? And Fernando Mendoza had the year he had, it still would have been a better year than what Arch would have. He had a year that was slightly lower than Joe Burrow, which was a record-breaking year on so many fronts. Who would be the first overall pick if Mendoza does what he does, 15-0, right? Heisman, obviously the best quarterback. He can even run. And then you got Arch Manning with the bloodline. Let's say Texas does pretty well. Who's first? Arch
Manning.
Really?
Arch Manning. Man, you see the power move that the grandfather did with Eli Manning. Eli's not going to play for the San Diego Chargers. He's going to New York. Yeah.
And that's why he might not go first because if who's got the first overall pick?
The Raiders. Yeah, Raiders. Yeah, it depends.
Anyone would like to go to the Raiders. Let's say it was the Jets. At the first overall pick.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think the Jets would probably take Mendoza first.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I don't want to have the issue of taking, again. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, it probably would be. Probably would still be Arch.
I mean,
we've seen him run. Oh my goodness, Arch can run. Like Arch can run. I don't know where he got those feet from, but holy cow, that kid can run.
The grandfather, he was known for being an athletic quarterback.
Oh,
he was known for running.
Yeah, and
but,
I guess
and the dad
wide receiver.
Cooper was a wide receiver. Yeah.
True. Yeah,
So
that's where he got it from.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of like with McCaffrey. Like it's just in the genetics for them to be fast and athletic.
Yeah, very true. Man, that's crazy. He's kind of got. We'll see because he doesn't really have that Peyton mind and arm that we've seen. He's got more of the quick feet and the gunslinger type thing that Eli does, which is good and bad. But I'd rather have Peyton's brain and arm over the gunslinger, which did win us 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why Peyton isn't like directly mentoring his little nephew, and it's like, bro, get him together. Like after every bad game, he should have had a better game after that, like much better. Because Peyton is known for breaking down film.
Yeah.
Call your nephew, bro. Get on the line with your nephew. Like that's just big uncle, saying business, bro. Come on now. It's like he should not be struggling to read anybody's defense. He should like. It's just this is. You have the ultimate cheat code. That's like what I'm saying. You got Tom Brady's
doing that. They might be doing that. We don't know.
Yeah, but it wasn't showing off last season.
That's what I'm saying. He's also not. That's what I'm saying. He's not Peyton. He's more.
Yeah,
Eli,
yeah.
Yeah. Because Eli's pretty good at reading defenses. But even when he reads these, sometimes he's still. Nah, I'm still gonna throw it anyway. Because
yeah.
And that's why Eli was a straight 500 win-loss record.
2 Super Bowls though. Two Super Bowls.
And like I said, I wouldn't trade him for anything. I wouldn't trade him for his brother.
Hey, he get hot.
A quarterback, I'd rather have to be Peyton's brand.
Yeah. I mean, but if he get hot, he get hot. That's what I'm saying. It ain't really too many. It ain't too many quarterbacks like that. Like when you get hot at the right time too. That's some genetics in there too. I'm not gonna knock that. Like when you get hot at the right time, you I gotta lock in, and he locked in. It's some dudes that when the tough gets tough, they get the running. Yeah. And Eli, I've seen Eli with his face mask pointing that way, and him getting up and just being like, "I'm marching down the field. I just connected that pass. Yo, I'm doing this," and it's like,
oh yeah.
Okay, dude. Okay, I wasn't expecting that out you, but okay, I like it.
Yeah. And once he got hot too, okay, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I mean, so Strahan's like, yeah, he already knew Eli was gonna score. He knew he was gonna score. It's like, okay, yeah. One score and we're world champs. It's you're right, man. You're right.
I got faith in Arch. I got faith in Arch. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see what he do next year. It's either way, it's entertaining. Football. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just they really. I feel like Arch needs like well-off media type YouTube channels where I can follow him on a day-to-day basis. I need to see what Arch doing, how much fun he having out there in the University of Texas. I need some behind-the-scenes footage. Because that's, to be honest with you, that's why I'm so cool. I feel like I'm so cool with Shador. Because I feel like it's like one of my little cousins. Because I seen what this dude then came up and the adversity he had to, go through. So, we're going to need Arch to get, so I need some more Arch content. I might have to search out for that, see if I can find some of that.
Hell yeah.
But, man, I appreciate everybody. Yeah, do you want to talk? I see NBA over here. You want to get some topics on the NBA you want to touch on?
Oh, no. All good here.
All right, cool. All right, man. Well, appreciate everybody tapping in this week to the Playaction Podcast. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe to all the platforms. I appreciate everybody checking out. And see y'all again next week. Appreciate you. Peace.
Welcome to the show where the game comes alive. Breaking down the plays, we keep the spirit high. From the field to the mic with passion and flair. It's the Playaction Podcast, your ultimate fanfare. It's all some more